Hey there, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few things. I was watching YouTube last night. I saw the Jacob Israel channel. He did a video last night, and the interesting thing about it is that he was talking about something that I recorded over 2 weeks ago, but I didn't post it. A lot of things have been happening since then. Sometimes I make these videos in the car and I think I go too deep or I say too much and I don't post it. Most times I erase it. This time I left it in the can, as it were, and I haven't posted it yet. It's a pretty powerful video, and it's actually apropos of what he said. In fact, talked a lot about it. What he said last night, I talked about 2 weeks ago, which is kind of mind-blowing. Anyway, I was thinking about, instead of saying the parts that I thought went too deep into things, I'll just say certain things and maybe that'll work out. So anyway, here I go. And again, maybe I will post it. I still have it saved. It's going to be a little out of sequence, but anyway. So there's they call it Article 42 at the border, is the border that they didn't renew. So people are coming across the border. A lot of immigrants, a lot of children being harmed by the border policy that they haven't reenacted, and they haven't stopped the people at the border. So that is a big problem with this Article 42 and with the Biden administration. It's a real shame that they haven't done that with Article 42. And I'm going to talk to you about the coincidences that, according to people that came forward and talked to Congress, that 42 terrorists actually came across the border. And what they were saying is that it wasn't just how many people did 9/11. They were saying that 42 of them are now kind of in the U.S. So not kind of are in the U.S. And there are 42 terrorists that were on the watch list came across the border that they know of. So we have Article 42 and we have that. Now, Jacob Israel was talking about the Elijah and Elisha. Elisha went and he was a chosen one by God. The power was put upon him by God, and he asked for a double dose of God's power to be upon him. So when he was out in the world and he was doing his things and he started to do certain acts, he went and he was traveling, as the story goes, and these children, I think there were probably adults in the mix as well, but the children accosted him and made fun of him and things of that nature. So he ended up cursing at him, and then the two bears came out of the woods and they attacked him. Could the bears be symbolic of a country like Russia? Yeah, so they ended up killing 42 children, as the story goes. So there we go, and we have 42 emulated again. And just was gonna say that maybe I should post the other video because I go really deep into it. Yesterday I went and had to do a long drive, so I did a 5-hour drive, and I just noticing things, and I saw this car with two bees on it, and it like a yellow Camaro, like from the movie Transformers, and it kind of stood out, kind of like how you see things stand out all the time. And I was driving, and I said, "Oh, Bumblebee." So the Bumblebee, stood out. Then again, I was driving, and down the road as I drove, I saw it said something else, said Bumblebee. It didn't say BB, but I had to think for a minute. When I saw the BB on the side of the car, I said, "Oh, Bumblebee from the Transformers." And then I saw another B symbol. It said Bumblebee, and I said, I'm noticing a pattern of recognition. So I'm seeing Bumblebee. Now, watching the video last night with Jacob Israel, I did not realize that the children who died from this mass shooter were in this place that's known for the bees. It's a bumblebee capital of the world. So, hence me speaking about this video and talking about the bumblebee, and that's why I saw it yesterday. So I just thought it was very interesting in how these kind of synchronicities happen. Now, concerning the 42 children that died, and this is basically what I came out with the video. And by the way, 42 is the number in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. For those of you into these kind of things, that is the meaning of everything. So the meaning of everything, they say, is 42 according to him, and that stands for an asterisk. And an asterisk is Sagittarius A is the asterisk, which is the black hole in the center of the universe, which is all very interesting. But to get back to about being the chosen one, within, like, when the Spirit of God is upon you, what people don't seem to get, which I understand, is it's very difficult to perceive, but when the chosen one cursed out the children for maligning him, and the bears came down and killed them all, that was a righteous judgment. Now, it might seem strange for you to hear me say that, but it was a righteous judgment because you could say that the Spirit of God was upon him, and anybody maligning the Holy Spirit, is one way to look at it. But the other way, and the real way to look at it, is that when the Spirit, a double dose of the Spirit was upon Elisha, when that was upon him, it is in his purview to pronounce judgment, you see. And even though the rest of the world might see that his judgment looks wrong, looks harsh, that's the way it is. You see, he's in, like I talked about in another video, he's the avatar. He is, quote unquote, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He is the aspect of God upon the earth, and his judgments are right. Even though, everybody else says, oh, that's wrong to do, his POV, the point of view, was, right. And since he has that Spirit upon him, he's right. So everybody else is wrong and he's right. So it's hard to explain that for a lot of people, but that's why in Psalm 2 it says, "Kiss the chosen one, lest you make him angry, you know? So you have to understand that it's like a general being put on the battlefield. He's a general on the battlefield, and his calls are the way it goes. And that's it. So I just thought I'd explain to you a little bit about that, and how his judgments are, you know, the judgments, and that's the way it is. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Have a great day. Bye-bye.